Bracketology presented by Dave Campbell's Texas Football, breaking down the 2020 UIL Texas High School Football Playoff brackets. I'm Greg Tepper. That is 2A Division II, the smallest 11-man classification in the UIL. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think when you take a look at the bracket as a whole, I think you got big favorites in 3 of the 4 regions, okay? And teams certainly to beat in 3 of the 4 regions. There's another region that could be really wide open. Is there an upset in the making? That's what we will find out as we go on. We will start with Region 1, which does have, in my opinion, a favorite, and that would be the Wellington Skyrockets, the champions of District for their Week 11 win over Wheeler in really impressive fashion, cemented for me them as the team to beat in Region 1. Now, look, I don't think it's going to be a walkover because I think they could have a second-round matchup with Wink, and I think Wink is really, really talented, a team that's got a lot of explosive playmakers. Keep an eye on them. Up here, the top half of the bracket, you're going to have a couple of really interesting first-round matchups. I think Stratford-Clarendon has a chance to be really, really interesting. I think Wheeler-Sunright has a chance to be really interesting. If you're looking for a sleeper, keep an eye on McCamey, a team that started slow, finished hot. If you're into teams that are playing their best ball right now, McCamey's got to be the team to beat. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Vega. State-ranked Vega, I think flying under the radar. Their defense has been excellent. They run the ball really well. I like this Vega team. They could give Wellington some trouble in a regional semifinal. But look, make no mistake, I think Wellington is the team to beat, but it will not be an easy road for the Skyrockets. Let's go to Region 2 now, where again, I think you have a proverbial kind of over-the-top favorite here in Region 2, which is the Hamlin Pied Pipers. The runners-up from last year, they are back. They have been absolutely smashing people. And I don't see anybody that can give them a ton of trouble, maybe until you reach a regional semifinal, which is when they could see a team like Quanah, who's had a very nice year, the champions of District 6, or a team like Munster, who's always in the mix. I think they've got one of the best coaching staffs in the state. On the bottom half of the bracket, it's a little bit more wide open, and a couple of teams you can dream on. I like this Windthorst team. I think they are underrated, a team that is playing exceptionally well right now and a team to keep an eye on. I think that Archer City is a team to keep an eye on as well. Lockney is a team that kind of struggled late. They scuffled late. They were undefeated going into, I believe, the second to last week of the playoffs. If they can turn it around, they've certainly got the talent. You've got Albany. You doubt any faith at your own peril. That is one of the best coaches in Texas high school football history, but they could have a second-round matchup with Rawls, and the Jackrabbits have been excellent this year. I think Region 2 has a chance to be fun, especially the bottom half of this bracket, but make no mistake, I think Hamlin has to be your favorite to come out of Region 2, which, again, could set up a really fun semifinal between Hamlin and Wellington. All right, let's matriculate over to Region 3. And this is where the favorite of all favorites lies, okay? If Mart doesn't come out of Region 3, it would represent to me one of the biggest upsets of the year. This is an unbelievable team that nobody has really come close to at the 2A Division II level. I think that they beat their district opponents, including, by the way, a good Bremond team, by an average of like 70 points. I mean, they have been absolutely dominating people with Rodrell Freeman, that unbelievable defense. Coach Kevin Hoffman has them playing exceptionally well. And of course, they are the defending state champs. Okay, so who can challenge Mart? Just hypothetically. Let's go up here on the top. I think Lovelady's an interesting team. I think Lovelady's got a chance because of the way that they play. They have a chance to maybe give Mart a bit of a scare. You've got a number of teams up here. I think Hubbard might be one of the best 4 seeds in the state. I really like this Hubbard team, but they've got a tough matchup with district champion Sims Bowie. Hull Dysetta and West Sabine will be a lot of fun. At the bottom half of the bracket, this is the dirty side of the region. Okay, this is the dirty side of the region, especially right here, because you could have a second-round matchup of Tenaha and Bremond, and that's going to be fun. I'm really excited about that. I think that has a chance. The winner of that game, I think, will be the chief challenger to Mart. But again, I hate to be like this. It feels like it's Mart in the field, okay? Because they are head and shoulders, to me, the best team in 2A Division II, let alone Region 3. Okay, let's go to Region 4 now. And this is the region where maybe we don't have a favorite, right? We talked about Wellington up here. We talked about Hamlin right here. We talked about Mart over here. Here, who is it, right? Falls City, I need to fix that typo. Falls City, of course, I think is the champion of Region 4, the reigning champion of Region 4, and they deserve the respect, I think, in that regard. I think they figured it out as the season has gone on. I think that they were very young and they're starting to peak at the right time, but they've got a tough road a real tough road. I think Granger is an underrated team there in Region 4. I also think that you can keep an eye on D'Hanis, a team that plays very physical football and maybe can match the physicality of Fall City. Up here in the top half of the bracket, this is a really interesting first-round matchup. Burton is a team that I think fell short of their expectations, but they're starting to figure things out against an underrated Christoval team. I think Christoval is maybe... If it's not going to, right now, I would say if it's not going to be Fall City, I would say it's going to be Christoval. I think that team is really interesting. Keep an eye on them. And keep an eye on the Snook Blue Jays. I think that they are playing really well right now. So, when you take a look overall at the district, or at the bracket, right? I think you got a favorite in Wellington. I think you got a favorite in Hamlin. I think you got a banging semifinal potentially in Wellington versus Hamlin. Over here on this side, I mean, you look at a team like Mart. I would be stunned if they didn't come out of Region 3, but you never know. It's Texas high school football. And down here, if they see Fall City, if they see Christoval, can they challenge them? That is something that remains to be seen. They've really not been pushed. I will say that if Mart makes it to a title game, I think either Wellington or Hamlin could give them a big-time challenge. It's not going to be a walkover for Mart if they make it to AT&T Stadium. A lot to go, though. We've got 6 weeks until we get there, and we will have you covered the entire way at TexasFootball.com.